What is going on, beautiful people, and welcome back to another episode. It is a rainy day today. It's actually kind of late in the day to get a start. I just didn't have any motivation in me, so finally I got a little bit of motivation, even though I'm really not going to be out here for very long. If you guys watched the last episode here, you know that Saphire was in some trouble, and we need to kind of get it taken care of. So I was back here yesterday and I cleaned up all of my mess here. I had stuff just everywhere. I was just being really lazy on trying to get some of this stuff kind of cleaned up, but now I am in a better space here. So I'm gonna turn the heat on, at least for the time that I'm out here. So give me 1 second, because I don't plan on being out here for very long. So let me pop the hood on Saphire and show you where we're at here. So I got everything kind of done. I told you guys I was going to do it off camera, and that's exactly what I did. So I got everything kind of put back together, and this is what we're looking like. So the turbo, manifold, and downpipe are all in. I have the timing belt back on. I have the accessory belt back on. I have everything inside of the head all done. So all that I really need to do is kind of put the radiator back in and do that jazz. Something that I ran into an issue with was the radiator fan is just a little bit too big. So it's hitting down here on one of these corners down here. The wastegate is actually a Turbo Smart wastegate. So right here, and it's just way too fat for the fan to actually do its job. So we're gonna take that off and we're gonna replace it with this small fan here. Well, it's not small. It's a 14-inch fan, and I'm gonna put that all together. And I do have a connector. From, I don't know why I had this connector. It was from a different fan inside the house, which was a really small fan. It was only like a 12-inch fan. So there's no way that I was gonna cut all of this stuff up. I'm just gonna take this sensor off and move it somewhere and undo this here, and just take this sensor off and use that the fan shroud and just put it away somewhere where I can actually use it on a different project possibly, or something like that. Because I did take the time and powder coat it and make it look really good, but obviously now it's you know, I can't really use it. So it is one of those things where it kind of sucks, but it is what it is. So we're just gonna jump right into it. I just have to make sure that I have everything that I need over here. Let's see. Yeah, so I do have these pieces here so that I can put the fan actually in and not have an issue. So that's what we're gonna do. So I'm going to just match these bad boys up with this, the plug here, and I cut these terminal ends off. Well, I might not actually need to. Because all I need is those connectors. So I just have to see if I actually have those connectors. If I do have these connectors, then that'd be awesome. I could just do that instead of messing around with it. We'll move that sensor there over into the engine bay somewhere. I did do this with Ivy a while ago. I put it somewhere over here, just bolted it up somewhere or something like that, where it was just gonna not get in the way. So yeah, let me set the camera up somewhere and let's go. Okay, people, so I have the radiator in. I do have to move the fan. The good thing about these aftermarket fans is that you can just unscrew them two here, one here, and spin this connector side so that you have better access to the plug here. So I think I'm gonna mount the actual sensor right here. I think that's what I did in the Ivy or somewhere close. I think that's probably going to be it actually, and move this clockwise so that the pins are facing out this way. So let me get that done real quick, and I'll show you exactly what that looks like. So give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, folks. So I have this bad boy over here in the corner, all plugged up, ready to go. And as you can tell, this was facing downward, and now I have it facing east-west instead of north-south here. That would be the easiest way. So now all I really need to do is put the intake back on, and then we can put coolant in it, and we could see if I fix the issue or if I'm going to have to look into something else. So let me put you guys on time lapse here. I do have a different thing here. So this is a, what is this, 3 1/4 to 275. So I have this intake here from AEM, I think it was, and you guys remember this. I powder coated this black. I had this welded, which I don't think it was great, but it does have the mass airflow sensor on it. So as of right now, as it sits, I do have a 3-bar map sensor in the car. So whenever I do get a tune, I will change this whole intake setup. But for right now, I have to use what I have. I'll probably do like a straight up 3-inch intake, 90 degree, and then it come out over here somewhere with a nice 3 or 4-inch filter. But right now I have to work with what I got, because right now the car does run on mass airflow sensor. So let me get this this done, and then we can start it up together. And hopefully it doesn't smoke like it did going up and down the block. So yeah, so let's go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, folks, so I do have my fingers crossed. I have started to fill this bad boy with coolant. Now I'm just gonna throw it in some more water in here. All right, I'm gonna fill it as we kind of need. As long as we get all the air bubbles out, we'll be good. I am going to turn the heater off, just because I'm going to be opening up the door, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we don't get any smoke, because that would be just a hell of a bad day for me, for you, because you're wasting your time watching this. But let's open up the door. Lights are still on across the street. That's crazy, but it's not actually that bad outside. It's not actually that bad. So I think we're good. I think we're good. Let me just fill this bad boy up a little bit more, because there's nothing in here. All right, so keep in mind whenever we're doing this here, that we still do have maybe a good amount of oil. I'm gonna guess a good amount of oil. Let me raise this up a little. Do have a little bit of oil in the downpipe, so it will be burning off there if it gets hot enough, which I expect it to get hot enough. But we're just gonna go and we're gonna see how this bad boy starts, because I haven't ran it. Oh, you know what would be good? A key would be really good for this. So let me go grab my key, because we will be looking for leaks and such. So let me get this first start on camera here, because I want to make sure I'm not gonna blow it. You know what I'm saying? Like, worked around these cars for so long, you would think, yeah, you got this. But you just never know. Didn't hear the fuel pump go, but let's see if it'll go. And we're good. All right, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put you guys back on time lapse, and we're gonna see how this bad boy gets on. But as of right now, it is cold, so it's gonna be a little bit before we actually get any kind of smoke. But put you guys on time lapse. Let's see what we get. Alright guys, as you can tell, it is pluming smoke. I expected this because it did have a lot of oil in the downpipe. It did have a lot of oil in the O2 housing. I cleaned the O2 housing as much as I possibly can. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the tire on, and I'm gonna pull it outside. And what I'm gonna do is just wait to see what happens, because I do think that I probably fixed it, but we're just gonna have to see. I can't really do anything because I need to get the temps up and get all the, I need to get the cooling system bled. So give me a little bit, and then we'll see if this bad boy got any better. Yeah. All right, people. So, bad news, and I'm not really happy about it, but I kind of need to show you guys. So my efforts were in vain here, as you can kind of tell. As you can tell, let me see. Yeah, as you can tell there's still oil coming out of the exhaust side. So number 3 is still killing it here. So I'm a little upset, a little deflated. So yeah, I don't know. Like, usually when I get into stuff like this, I can usually get in there and I can actually fix whatever the problem is. But this time it doesn't look like I actually did it. But I don't know. It's a very disappointing episode, but I wanted you guys to see what I deal with, because nobody ever really shows you their failures. But this is definitely a top tier failure, and I'm really upset about it. Like I said before, I'm gonna leave my doors open at least for a little bit here. Let all the oil and such get out of the air. And I don't know. I'm a little, as you can kind of tell, I'm a little upset about it. So I think the only thing I can do is take everything apart again, man. I don't really know. Like, I'm pretty sure I did everything correctly, but I'm gonna pull everything off and see what we can do. So yeah, I don't know if you can kind of tell, the room is just, yeah, you can kind of tell the smoke. But this is where I'm gonna leave this episode off. If you guys do anything like want to hit that subscribe button and hit that like, maybe I can get it fixed next episode or a couple episodes in. I have no idea, but this is gonna it is ruining my day right now. So like I said before, I'm very upset. Don't know what to do, but yeah, I'll definitely see you guys on the next one. I'll see you then. Deuces.